Hi, I'm Haranda Misra, Chairman and CEO of GMEX Group. Welcome to GMEX Digital Talks in collaboration with the Association of Futures Markets at our jointly hosted digital transformation event in Dubai. Hi, I'd like to welcome Jessica Naga, who's CEO of Mauritius-based MINDEX exchange and its ecosystem there, and also Director of Digital Bank Limited in Seychelles. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you very much.
How are you finding the event today?
Very interesting. I think it's great to have people from all over the world, so we get a very different perspective on the markets, on what's happening in crypto, etc.
Yeah, I mean, there's 36 countries represented today, so not quite the United Nations, but it's fantastic to see people from as far wide as Singapore on the one hand, to the local community, and also San Francisco Bay on the other hand. I mean, for you, you've been involved both from a legal perspective, but also now from an exchange and post-trade perspective, a banking perspective in digital markets. I mean, what does digital transformation mean to you?
I think, it means two things. One, automation, which is very important because you streamline customer experience. So eKYC, ML/CFT, compliance, very important. And then the second side, which is the disruptive side, the more interesting side, is tokenization of assets, which is the digital representation of any type of asset stored on a blockchain. And I think that is, for me, what's going to stay and make the real difference.
Great, and that it's a fascinating area, real assets and tokenizing them, because everyone thinks it's just about crypto, but it's far more than that, as you said. So in terms of that theme and any other things, I mean, what did you discuss on the panel today, and what were your key takeaways from other panelists?
I think we discussed extensively, at least from my perspective, why these new technologies, so blockchain, DLT, is getting such traction in Africa. And the reason is that it is not optimization like it is in more developed countries where, it's easier, cheaper, faster. For Africa, it's addressing financial infrastructure deficiencies at the core, the cost of it. I really, if you look at the payment system in Africa, you understand why I think tokenization of assets and blockchain technology in the exchange space will take off. It's because there is a problem that mobile payment, for example, addressed. So if you look at crypto adoption in Africa, I think the figures came out of Chainalysis last year. Between 2020 and 2021, there was a 1,200% increase in crypto adoption. These are just crazy figures. And I think most of it was found in the payment layer. And the reason is simple. You do, for example, a transfer in Mauritius, bank to bank in dollar, you're talking $75 for a transfer. It's crazy. You're transferring $30, it'll cost you $105, So these are real infrastructure deficiencies that are getting addressed.
Yeah, it's great that you're at the forefront of that in not only Mauritius, but on a Pan-African basis. I mean, just looking ahead, because the industry is very, very fast moving. I mean, what do you see as your key prediction or predictions this year, as we look ahead over the next 12 months?
I think it is that we are going to see more and more regulation in this space. I think we've seen it, and this is something I've been looking at for a while, and I think it's very important. So it is about keeping what works well in the old financial world. So keep the due diligence, keep the regulation, how the regulators look at businesses in a very holistic fashion. So who's behind it? What is their business plan? Why are they using technology? It's not just technology, it's beyond that. So I think regulation is very important. And I think when we're looking at regulation in the virtual asset space, it's beyond crypto. It's also securities. Security is not a virtual asset, but a digital security moves, if we want, in a similar way. So you're bringing securities law, virtual asset law, regulation, AML/CFT, market supervision. So all of these things that justify and explain why regulation is here. So I think we're going to see more and more of this. Unfortunately, Ep.6 has made a lot of regulators around the world quite scared.
Yeah.
But I think rightfully so, it is important to look at moving in the future with more security for investors, for market players, for brokers, for everyone.
Yeah, fascinating. I mean, Jessica, great insights. Thank you for speaking to us today, and it's been great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.